All right. So I am so grateful. I'm so happy, Jay. But Jay, your mic is working now. So Jay, I didn't get a chance to talk to you. I got caught up. What were your thoughts about the last session? Cook, uh, what happened? Okay. Let
Please leave your message for.
me make sure Judy was calling. Let me make sure she has the link. It's the same link.
Good morning, gorgeous.
Good
Good
morning. Good
morning.
morning, Sarah.
How are you?
I am fantastic. How is Kuwait?
It's very hot. It's like 60 degrees Celsius. That is, I don't know how,
What?
maybe 120, 130. I'm melting.
The turkey is much cooler.
Yeah, it's like, ah, it is very, very mild. Their summer is our spring, our winter, their summer.
Ah, so that's a big change for you.
Yeah, yeah.
All
So how are
right.
you? I did my homework. I did my
That's
homework.
Oh, nice.
wonderful. So we were just asking about who did their homework. So Olga,
Yeah,
what was the homework again?
Hold on one second. Let me
Hmm.
I'll
between
tell
that
you. I'll
music
tell you.
thing.
I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
It's now that you have remembered who you are, what needs to shift in your life that reflects that change.
Okay.
Now that I have remembered who I am, what needs to shift so that my life reflects that?
That's a great question. Good morning, Judy.
Uh,
How are you feeling?
Good morning. Uh, Better, thank you. Praise God.
Wonderful. Okay, so today we're gonna go a little deeper and and if everybody can kind of share what their thoughts of the last session. You don't have to, but if you would like, we'd like to get great feedback for the ones who I didn't talk to, but still share. So, Munera, you want to go?
Yes, it has been, first of all, the timing could be better. Second of all, sometimes, you go through this, as Queenie before said it, she went through the process three, four, five times, and every time you are waiting for this shift. And as Olga said, it's a process. It's not just one time and it's done. And when life gets busy, you forget your priorities. So you have to always be reminded. And I believe that this community that you both created gives us this safe space, first of all. Second of all, the reminder of who we really are all the time. So this workshop just reignited, honestly, as the name says, reignited the thought that I've lost through, life is only troubles. Like I've been busy doing other people's, solving other people's problems, forgetting my own problem. So now, when I just cleared everything, said, I don't have a problem. Life is beautiful. Life is happy. I'm going towards my goals, not at the speed I want to, but at least I'm going towards achieving them. So why do I have to take this extra load with me? Let me jump it and let my ship sail. That's it. That's my impression.
Yes, and that's great. So
Thank you,
I'm glad you said
Munira.
that, Munera. And I'm going to
Always.
share something that Forbes said in one of our sessions, which is so profound. So I would love to share that, but after everyone shares, who wants to share. So Munera, great share. Who else want to share? Jay, we love hearing from you, Jay, and we didn't get a chance to hear from you the last time. So, what's your thoughts?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Got the mic fixed. So, what's going through my mind is that when I was a young child, very young child, I was totally focused on what I really wanted. I didn't care about what else was going on around me. I was focused on what is my experience and how can I have the best experience at the moment. And then as you get into school and you learn and you get socialized around other people, everybody else starts to impart what you should want and what the path you should take. And I think that the genius in our creativity is when we are focused about our true passions and how we can express ourselves in ways that serve others, but not to societal expectation of what the norm is, because then that just puts you on autopilot doing what other people think you should do.
Mm-hmm.
And when you truly discover what your passions and your desires and your way to serve are, then you can be creative in how you express yourself to your true personality and really break through all the mundane stuff that's going on and truly impact some other people. So that's what's on my mind.
Oh, thank you so much. That's a great share. It's really, and that's getting to know you, right? The true you and what you stand for. So I really love that. So who else have a share before we dive in? Come on, camera.
I'm
We love.
gonna share.
Go ahead.
Okay. I think this is, I just realized this actually just right now. Um, I always have, I never lose my identity. I've always known who I am. But what I've learned and I realize that I lose is my courage.
Ooh.
And that is so big for me because I've been asking the question and I didn't get the answer until Manira actually spoke. I said, okay, I know, like there is no doubt in my mind. I've always known and I've always followed my philosophy, my principles. I've always stand stand up for my truth and so on, you name it, everything. But there is one thing I could not figure out, and that is courage. So I lost my courage to put myself out there. I lost my courage to speak. I lost my courage to um, uh, fight. When I say fight, my fighting spirit. Like I used to have that very strong fighting spirit that uh, whatever comes my way, I'm gonna go fight and I'm gonna face that storm. Like I never realized that until just right after or during one year, just literally just right now. It's like a light bulb for me. Um, because I journal, I walk, I drink my water, I do everything. But what is it? I still could not figure out the answer. And then when you talk about the community, there's something about this community. There's something about this friendship. There's something, and now I realize it's the support to bring back the courage because I'm like I believe like every time I talk to you guys are always encouraging me. For some reason, it's not sinking. It's not sinking. So I pray and hope that I'm really going to ascend, and I know I'm already ascending, but it's just like it's all God's. It's just all God's timing, I think, and like I said, not giving me everything. He's giving me little bit, little bit, little bit, but I'm getting seeing the light. Just being in here, I think I believe it helps because after our first session, I wrote and wrote, and then I slept middle of the night at 2:21 or 2 something. I thought I slept 8 hours, but I slept only like maybe 2 hours, and it felt like I slept 8 hours, and I got all this massive download, and I started writing and writing and writing, and I could not write anymore. I voice record in the middle. So if I did my homework, that is the homework as far as I probably have done. But I don't know where I put them. I know it's in my notes, but I have so many notes. I don't have it with me right now, so I'm gonna be making more new notes for this session. But uh, but that's my experience, and that's what happened, and that's what I did.
Queenie, I'm so proud of you. I'm glad. And this is why we love sharing, because you never know how you can help somebody else. And while you were saying that, I have my little sticky pads, and this is something that I really got from Forbes. He said, put sayings on your wall, and I started doing that. Because I would have the sticky notes and I put it on the wall. And one of them is, courage is the most important of the virtues. That's Maya Angelou. Now that is huge. And then the next one is from Viola Davis, where she says, courage is fear said with a prayer. And I'm getting chills, you know, so it's really courage is the most important of all the virtues. Is really getting that courage to step out. Because this is not easy for Olga and I. This is, I'm sure, and I'm sure for you guys, it's not easy either when you want to face something new, you know. And I know even for Jay, I know Jay is pretty, he's pretty has a clarity of what he wants to do. But I sure certain things, Jay, if I could say, speak, for you, it's some things you have to say. Okay, is this what I really want to do? Is it, or is it, I want to hold back? So it takes courage to push forward. Right? So so Judy, what do you think?
Um, ask me that question again. What do I think about what?
Okay, what do you think about the last session?
Um,
I know you were just out of the hospital, so we're not gonna put no pressure on you. So we did send you the recording. So check out the recording.
okay.
Okay?
Thank you. Um, hmm, hmm,
No worries,
I
you can come back to you. Carrie, now what do you
okay.
think? What are your thoughts?
Okay. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I thought the last session was great, and I was thinking, and I think I told Diane, one of the biggest thing for me was that when where were you? How was your happy time before you were 7? And for me, it was very sad because I couldn't even think of one. So to me, that was very impacting because now I have to think what happened to me from 1 to 7. What happened? What happened? So that's why I'm in the inquiry of, what happened to me. So that's one of the biggest highlights of last workshop. It was great.
Thank you. Well, we're happy that this stuff is coming up to the forefront, and that's the key, right? So, because number one, you never know what you have to let go. And Carrie made a great point here, where she have to go back and figure out, well, what happened that I don't remember, before I was 7, and that's kind of huge, because if some of the memories, it could be the block that's preventing you from moving forward unconsciously. So there's things that we have to let go. So when we face this is why really coaching and talking and being still, stuff comes up. But and even like Queenie said, in listening to Monera, hearing other people say things, and that bring up something, and I'm going to use Forbes as an example. When she said she was doing her weight loss challenge, when she was going to her bodybuilding competition, and out of doing that challenge, she realized that she was molested at 16, and she had blocked it completely. So you never know when you start doing things, or things is going to come up. That's why it's continued work, you know. And a big thing that was said was, what I thought was so profound, and just the visual of it and the thought of it was like, oh, That's really strong, right? It was mentioned that if you don't let the past go, okay, it's like what would happen if you put a piece of meat in the closet after a few days? Okay,
Mm.
it's just stinks, so it starts to rot. So this is why if we don't clean house, clean things out, going back to even cleaning house, we talk about having a clean house, how that house feels so much lighter. So it's so important. It's not just cleaning house, it's cleaning our life, and part of that is also forgiveness. Not part of that, the biggest part of that is really forgiveness and forgiving self. So great shares. I thank you all so much
Could
for
I
that.
could I add one thing? And my experience also is always show up, but when you show up, you have to be present.
Hmm.
Because when you're not present, that's when you're gonna miss those whispers, or you're gonna miss those things. like like I make sure I show up, and if I, let's say I wasn't present, I would have probably missed that courage thing.
Yes,
So I think really that is very important, because we only have the now.
that is so great. Great point, Queenie. Okay, so Olga, you want to share anything before we kick things off?
I am very moved by your shares, and you just reinforce what Diane and I are trying to basically achieve here, right? We want these breakthroughs to happen. And I really love that Queenie got her breakthrough from Munira's share. That's the importance of sharing, right? Even if you don't have anything to say, when you listen to others, you still get your golden nuggets, which is
Yes.
so profound, right? And today we hope that we are going to take it even further, and you are not going to leave that meeting the same person. Queenie, maybe just like that lion in the Wizard of Oz, you are gain that courage is inside of you somewhere, right? It's already there. You just have to believe in that.
Yeah, that is so true. But yeah, so I'm gonna kick this off. If it's okay with you, can I say a little prayer? Is that okay? So we'll start off with a cleansing breath just to get us present. Father God, thank you for this opportunity to come together. Thank you for this opportunity to speak to us and through us. Thank you, oh God, that your presence is so felt. Thank you for being the example for us to follow. And Lord God, this mission is not about us. Put ego to the side, oh God, and let your voice be heard. We thank you for this moment and for everyone who showed up. We pray, oh God, that you will touch each heart, touch each person, touch their household. And Lord, you know what their passion is and their purpose, because we all came here. You blessed us all with a purpose. Pray, oh God, that you will give us the courage to fulfill our purpose. Thank you.
Amen.
Amen. Okay.
Amen. Amen.
So as Olga sets up, we're seeing your WhatsApp screen, Olga.
My WhatsApp screen?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't
Um,
even. Okay.
okay. So, well, welcome back and thank you for all of the shares. You saw something the last time. This is your space to return to it and to keep going. So as we see, we have our welcome slide. So we say, welcome back. And because some didn't come back, but you did. So that's a big deal. People get busy, like we were saying. They talk themselves out of it. They tell themselves, maybe I'll catch the replay and never do. But you didn't do that. You showed up again for you. And we just want to say, we see you. So thank you and welcome. Okay,
Cannot check.
if you share on your screen, we still don't see it.
Yeah, one sec. I know something is. Let's do it again.
So as Olga set that up, drop one word in the chat. How are you arriving right now? Honestly, is it tired, curious, anxious, open? If you could drop something in the chat, that will be awesome. Whatever it is, you don't have to change it. You get to name it. You know, I'm a bit, Judy says she's tired. Yeah, carry that tired. Very energized, Queenie. Ooh, woohoo. So when you say tired, is it anything physically or is it optimistic, Munera? Fantastic. Ready to receive. Awesome. So oftentimes, are we tired mentally, physically? What does that, and you don't have to answer, what does that tired feel like? Just feel it, you know? And you could write it down, write exactly how you feel, just get it out. And it might be tired emotionally. It might be tired of being tired. You might be sick and tired of being sick and tired. Judy said mentally. Okay. So it's Queenie says sometimes tired of the mundane. Ooh, that's interesting. What does mundane mean to you, Queenie?
It means, sorry. I like actions. I like I like movements, and sometimes, I mean, I love stillness, but sometimes I like to have a variety of being still and being on the go and the move and um like something new all the time. I think because I've always been that way, and when I stop working, my life is kind of like always the same, but I have to create something different on my 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 weekly routine, for example, just to have that variety of action or things that's happening in my life, which actually works because it actually challenges my creativity, make my daily life interesting. So, but when I'm not doing that and it's just I'm not being active and creative, and it's just like, yeah, I get tired like that. That's what
Okay.
it means for me.
You know, so I'm glad you
Fun.
identified that because at the end of the day, right? Who has the control? We're the designer of our lives, right? So it's great to say, okay, I feel this. What am I going to do about it? You know? So so here's the thing. You don't have to be any certain way here. We just want you to come ready. We want to allow this space to be, it's no judgment. It's not um non-judgmental. You don't even have to come ready. You don't have to come lit up or open or anything other than exactly how you are. This space is for you, all of it. We actually built the Ascend Purpose Retreat with the exact intention, a place where you don't have to perform, where you get to drop the act, be you, and just be real. You'll be seen and you'll be supported. And it starts here. So I'm truly excited of what's to come and about this session. So Olga is gonna.
Yeah, I think because I wanted to lead them in the breathing sessions to calm down, but we already did that. So
Mhm.
I hope you feel grounded right now and you feel calm. I definitely do, and I'm sipping my cup of tea right now, and it's a beautiful Saturday morning that we are going to enjoy together. And let's just reconnect to our last session. And Munera already touched on that, which is huge for us, right? We already walked through real stuff last time. Some of you cried, some of you shared, and some of you had some big aha moment, just like Caridad mentioned. And basically, we stopped pretending. We stopped pretending that everything was fine. And this is a huge thing for us because we are moving through life pretending, serving, doing, completing, and then forgetting as well, forgetting about ourselves. So last time we left you with this question. Now that I have remembered who I am, what needs to shift so my life reflects that? Again, now that I have remembered who I am, what needs to shift so my life reflects that? And Munir already shared, thank you so much. If you would like to expand on that, we would be glad. Anybody else, what do you think
Sure,
about this question? And
sure, why
Munira,
not?
yes.
Yeah, I can share. Why not? It's like we hear this all the time, but now every little action, since it was Thursday a.m. morning for me when it was your Wednesday. So I only slept for 4 hours and then woke up to go and do the things I have to do. So every single action I made, even the text, the way I texted people to follow up on the work that I've told them to do, was very mindful. Concise, precise, clear communication. I started to let go of the old version of me, always revise. Why am I doing this? Revise my goal. What is the outcome of this? Who's this serving? Them or me? If it doesn't serve me, then okay, I can do it later. It goes down the list. And then be always mindful, always responding, not reacting. And to align my goals with my higher purpose. That's what for the past 3 days been going through. Okay, let me align myself, my energy with my higher purpose. Enough with this nonsense. So that's even I wrote it down. That's how I answered it through action.
And Munir, I love what you said, responding and not reacting, right? Because for me, I always react. I'm not being proactive and thinking about myself. I'm being reactive to life. Then that's it.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why that is happening, that we just forget ourselves in the process. Thank you.
You get sucked into that spiral. You get sucked into that spiral, and sometimes it doesn't spiral up, it spirals down.
Exactly.
And it takes our health with it, our time, our money, our attention. So not anymore. Not anymore.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. We got Jay. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, I would just add that the physical is going to go on whether we choose to dwell on it or we choose not. The spiritual journey, raising to a higher level of consciousness, trying to dwell on how we can serve others, how we can enhance our capacity to serve. That's what's optional. And the beautiful thing about this program is it's helping people ascend from simply that that physical existence into a physical realm of how we can connect with that higher power, how we can choose to listen to our intuition, to the guidance that we're getting. And what I've discovered is when you're in that realm, then the synchronicities begin to occur. Then the opportunities show up and you can exist in an entirely different level. And so that's what's important to me in this whole process.
That's exciting, Jay. I really like that. Great. Okay. Life design versus life default.
And that's exactly what Jay just mentioned, right, Diane?
Mm-hmm.
Most people live their lives by default, basically. And they don't mean to, it just happens. I I don't want to say we are taught to do that, but that just happens.
Mm-hmm.
And one compromise here, one obligation there, and that's it, we're lost. And then
That's
we
right.
ask that question, whose life am I living now? It's not mine anymore. And then Dr. Munira, right? Exactly what you said. Responding, not reacting. When we start living by design, even in small ways, and that's exactly what you're doing, one text, right? One phone call. That's when things begin to shift. And Jay said the same thing, right? You don't just get through a week on autopilot or in that rat race. You start choosing what stays and what goes at the same time, and what gets reimagined completely, something completely new.
Absolutely. This the three core pillars. What do I want to feel more of daily? What needs to go, even if slowly? What gets to begin now that I'm ready to show up as me?
And these questions, we don't require any perfect answers. There is no perfect, there is no right and wrong here. It's only you and your honesty right now. So let's just take a moment and we will create our guided clarity map using these three pillars. So grab your pen and paper,
Mm-hmm.
write or title it, My Clarity Map. And let's just start answering that question. The first one, what do I want to feel more of daily? And we will give you a couple of minutes. Put the timer. Is it peace? Is it joy? Is it space? Is it quiet time? Is it fun?
I'm gonna go off camera for a second while you do that. What do I want to feel more of daily?
Okay, let's move on to the next question. What needs to go, even if slowly? And that can be a habit that is not serving you anymore, a pattern, a relationship dynamic, maybe even a belief.
What needs to go, even if slowly?
Now, let's start dreaming. What gets to begin now that I am showing up as the real me? Go big here. This is something that has been whispering inside you for many, many years, probably. So go wild.
Okay, so let's look at it for a second. In the chat, if you feel ready, drop one thing you are declaring, not hoping, not wishing, but declaring as true as true.
And it can be stuff like, I am done over explaining. That's it. or I no longer negotiate my rest. My sleep matters. I have to be relaxed, right? So whatever it is, drop one thing in the chat. And remember that this is your declaration. There is no going back after that. I see some people busy typing.
This is something we put in the chat or we write?
You can speak or you can put in the chat. Whatever you prefer. I declare that I forgive myself. Oh my goodness. This is huge, Munira. Huge. Congratulations.
I'm using two screen here, so I'm going to be rolling back and forth. Okay.
If it's easier for you to speak, just you can do that.
Just say it, yeah.
Yeah, say it.
Yes.
I declare, and without, okay, I'm not gonna be shy about it. I declare, because I still get shy, but I'm not gonna be shy about it. I declare and embrace the title that God gave me this last 2 years and a half ago. I'm the Queen of Heart.
Yes, you are the Queen of Heart.
And you're going to be holding that title with courage.
Yes. I'm holding the title. Oh, I'm rephrasing. I'm holding the title with courage as Queen of Hearts.
Yes. Yes.
Any more shares? You want to put something in the chat? Don't just do, become. That's really what we talked about. Becoming that person you want to be. It's kind of
Yes. This is Judy. I forgive myself for taking care of everybody else and forgetting myself.
and how
Thank
does
you.
that make you feel?
Um, I felt everyone that in my mind that everyone appreciated my nurturing, but I find that instead of people appreciating, I'm referring to family, they don't appreciate it. They take advantage. They're very selfish, and they expect it.
Hmm.
And I, instead of thinking that they would appreciate me giving of myself, I'm finding out in the last few days that they don't. Uh, and I'm the one suffering. I'm the one that's not the better. And in an interim, I'm searching to regain my health back because it's, uh, I think subconsciously I'm suffering health wise because I'm not taking better care of myself.
And that's a great awareness and awakening, Judy. because at the end of the day, and you still got plenty of time because plenty of life left in you, is to take control of that, and you're a young woman, still very young,
Yes. Thank you.
so I'm really glad you want to take the reins. So Carrie that put in here, I declare to be unique.
Unique self.
I declare to be my unique self, no explanation. That's a big one.
I'm looking at my vision board over here. I don't know if you can see, but when Judy was speaking, right, my eye just glazed here. It says, make yourself a priority
Mm,
and then
Mm,
do it for your future self.
mm,
Love yourself first and everything else falls into line.
mm. Thank
That's
you.
exactly right what you're talking about. Okay, that is huge. I love
Thank you,
all your
Robert.
shares. I love what you are becoming. We love what
yes,
you're becoming. And just like the Truman Show, once you see it, once you declare it, there is no going back here. You cannot unsee it anymore. Right?
that is so true.
And it gives you freedom actually once you see it. Not pressure, but freedom. So let's keep going here because you are up for many more breakthroughs today.
Okay. So integration roundtable. What's landing? What's still with you and why? Let's not rush this. Before we talk about the next step, we want to come back to something from the last time. What is still with you? Not what you remember, but what stuck? What tugged at you after the session ended? What you woke up thinking about? What you couldn't shake? And we kind of touched on that a little bit. Okay, so we talked about did you leave with clarity, discomfort, or both?
And I think we did touch on that, right? And it
Yeah.
was um oh, I'm sorry. Your shares were amazing, and we loved every single one of that. And some of you, Queenie, you have been to our last retreat in Niagara Falls, and you have seen the shares, right? The emotions that are going along with that. When people were crying because they were reading their declarations, manifesto, whatever it was, and
Mm-hmm.
like the energy in the room was amazing. It was, all of us were one at that moment, one sharing, one feeling that. And that's exactly what we are creating in our retreat, right? Always, always, always. It's a safe space to share whatever you want. And we are not fixing ourselves right there. We are not. We are just being.
And that is so true because at the end of the day, we kind of talked about writing that contract, right? To becoming contract. Am I ahead of the game here, Olga?
Um, you're good. You're good.
Okay. We talked about writing your contract. And when we do it, because we can't lie on ourselves, right? So when you write that contract, that's why when you write the goals down and you look at it and you see it every day, it's kind of, that's why it says, most people when they write their goals down, they hit it because now you don't want to disappoint yourself. So now it's time to write your becoming contract. What does that look like? You don't have to push through the process. Just be real for what it is. Okay, and for the contract, it's like what you want to share or to be heard, right? What do you want for yourself in that contract?
And basically, it's a short and honest, very honest note to yourself. Remember that this is yours, nobody else's. It's you writing that contract. And it can be something very messy. It can be something very small, whatever it is. Some like stuff like, I will stop pretending that I'm fine with the things I'm not. But that's a huge declaration. Or I will start speaking up for myself, getting that courage to speak up for myself because my voice matters. And just like Judy said, I no longer need to be the strong one for everyone because people take it for granted. This is life. And from now on, I will trust my own timing. Munira said my rest is important, right? Yes, it is. So let's do it. You can write one line, you can write 10 lines, whatever works for you. What are you done carrying? What do you want more of? And what are you finally ready to choose?
Dr. Olga, could you repeat that, please?
Yes, what are you done carrying? What do you want more of? And what are you finally ready to choose?
Okay. Now, if anyone wants to share what they wrote in the wrote, you can put it in the chat, or you can raise your hand. We won't ask you to explain. We just want to witness it.
Okay, I will share. Done carrying the loads of other people's problem and choose me.
Choosing what or who?
Finally ready to choose me. And for done carrying the loads of other people's problem and trying to solve it for them. And like Judy says, and what do I want more of? I want more of. I put it in here. Energy. Energy and stimulation and I guess creation. I
Okay.
really like to create.
And I think Queenie make a big point, right? So what do we do when we want something? We gotta speak it, right? Because our words have what power. Okay, so what are our words? What are we saying to ourselves? You know, I have a wonderful book. I forgot who. I think it's Helmstetter. What do you say when you talk to yourself? And we have to be so mindful of the things that we say. You know, so in your becoming contract, you could specify what you want. Okay, what you done. So you know to really be specific. What are you done carrying? So instead of saying what are you done carrying, what do you want to carry? Say what you want. Okay.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
give it life. Okay.
Okay. I
What
think what
exactly do you want more of?
I think speak more. That's what
Yeah.
I speak more and speak more of what I'm writing more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Manera said, I'm done with wasting time, money, energy on undeserving recipients, and I am ready to choose peace of mind. That's a big one. So yes.
That's a huge one. And I want to come back to Queenie's share. She said, not trying to solve problems of other people or not to leave them, right? And it doesn't mean that we are not going to be helping them. We are, but we don't have to feel that inside, because that's exactly what drains us. When I used to help, I always help. That's me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I help people, I actually feel it inside, and then, oh my goodness, what do I do now? It's like so emotional for me, right? It has to be very logical. So this is the problem, this is how we solve it. And the problem is still yours. I'm just trying to help you. It's not mine.
I think the right word for it is for me, I think is being more objective. And it's kind of hard when you're so empathetic. So work on the balancing the empathy part, I think, yeah.
And there is
Judy
nothing
said,
wrong with that.
yeah.
Nothing.
Judy said, I want more health, energy in life. That's right. Because we're here to live. Okay. So it's all about living. So some
And
people are
enjoying.
just existing. We don't want to exist, we want to live.
And again, a Queenie can say if she believes this is true, right? But in our retreat, when we declare, this is one of the most emotional moments. Because when you name it, when you put it on paper, that's it. There is no going back. You are committing from your inside. And that's it. Your body gets a message. I'm not going to sleep on myself anymore. This is real. This is me.
Yeah, I call it, that's why I keep showing up, because I call it, for myself, I take it really personally. I call it a self-promise.
Self-promise. Okay, good.
So just to go back a little bit, we can kind of slow things down a little bit. What do you think, Olga?
Yeah, let's do that.
Just take a breath and just go back and think about exactly what do we want for ourselves. So didn't get a chance to do the box breathing. How about
You would like to
reintroducing
do
us
box breathing? Okay, let's go
to the
back to
box
that.
breathing?
So if you remember, box breathing is when you inhale for a count of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you hold it for a count of 4. Then you exhale for a count of 4, and you hold it for a count of 4. That's your box. So let's do a couple of these just to remove all the heaviness right now, because you have been through a lot already. You have declared a lot. So let it all sink. Just sink. Simple. So let's start doing that. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. And then hold. 2, 3, 4. And then exhale all that heaviness. 2, 3, 4. There are no doubts. It's all clean. It's only light. And then hold it. 2, 3, 4. And now let's do it one more time. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold it, 2, 3, 4. How do you feel?
Bring it back centered, because it's what we uncovered this morning is really heavy stuff. So we want to take a little time to just pause. Because we're gonna do this slow. Because sometimes clarity can bring up resistance. It's so, and I think that is so important to recognize. It's so easy to fall back into those old habits. And sometimes we start making changes. We bump right into the voices that say, "But you can't do that." You hear that, right? It's too late, or you're too old. What if they don't like it? So you're gonna hit those resistance. So instead of pretending it's all smooth sailing from here, let's make space for the questions, the edges. I'm not sure how moments. But going back to what Queenie said, she's trying to figure it out. But it's okay. That's part of the journey. So I'm really excited about that. Going back again to that staircase. You don't have to see the entire staircase, one step at a time. When you identify what you want, and we talked about getting to the goal and reverse engineering. What is that goal? And test your intuition, because eventually you're going to start recognizing which voice is the real voice, which is soul and which is ego. Okay, so go back if you're wondering, what if my family doesn't understand the changes, right, Olga?
Mm-hmm. Big time. Big time. This is true for me. My family doesn't get it.
What else? What else is there? What if?
What if I try this and just fall back into old habits?
Yep.
And I was reading one of our chapters for our anthology this morning. I was editing it. And that was exactly about that a person tried to make many changes and then she fell back into her old habits. And I said, what's going on? What is happening? She tried more and then again and more and again until she understood her connection between her mind and her body. Like it's a whole system. You cannot just say, okay, my body is going to do this, but my mind is going to be wondering that. It's all the same. Your soul, your body, your Munira, tell me.
Spirit and mind.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Spirit. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then the last question that we wanted, what if I want something different, but I don't know what yet? And what Diane is saying all the time, you don't have to figure it all out right now. Just make the next step. And that's totally okay if it's something different at the end of the day. Just like learning to walk. We are making mistakes. It's trial and error. Our path is never going to be linear, and our path is never going to be smooth as well.
I'm glad you said that, Olga, because when you fly a plane, you don't fly a plane in a straight line. It's always turning and twisting and recorrecting itself. So and that's life. So and for me, I think we always know, the soul always know what we have to do. It's sometimes we just ignore it, or we go, like Queenie said, we don't have the courage to face it. But I believe the soul always know, because when it becomes very loud, it's quiet but loud. Go, Jay.
Well, I'd just like to add that it's important in this journey not to be too judgmental. When we make these grand statements, commitments about what we're going to be. We're never going to be perfect right away. We desire to live an enlightened life and to, make these positive choices, impact people positively. And if we're too judgmental as soon as we fall, then we abandon the staircase, the journey. We don't continue to elevate. But it's more important to commit to the process, to realize that truly enlightened people who've gone before us have said this is the path, and we need to stay the journey and try again. And so just the caution is to be not too judgmental when we have failings.
That is so right. Because it's going to happen. It's because I'm constantly on a diet.
I can feel it.
So yes, that is so true. And I'm so excited because this is real questions, right? And I thank you all for sharing. So we would like to, okay, if it's okay, you think we could do a little bit of coaching?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Who would like to be coached on one thing? We're not going to go deep. We're just going to take a few minutes. If you have an
Munira
issue
wants to
that,
be coached.
who's
Munira.
that, Monera?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Can you, if you could stop sharing so we can see.
Okay, stop sharing.
Okay. So Monera,
Yes.
I really do love coaching. It's one of my passions. So Monera, what is it you would like to be coached on? What is one thing what's one thing?
Not to feel guilty about abandoning other people's problem solving. Like, can I be more frank with you? Like
Mhm.
after our session, Friday was my birthday. So, and I was talking to my brother about this workshop, and I'm the eldest, so I'm always the source. I suppose, supposedly, this is how I learned that I have to always be the provider, always be the guide for my other siblings. And I was talking to him about it, and he said, "You know what? You're bringing this to yourself, onto yourself. Just leave them be, let them be. They won't learn. You think that because one of my sister has this autoimmune disease and I need to take care of her, and my parents are aging and I always worry about them." And he said, "But do they listen to you?" No. Who's blaming you? All of them are blaming you. You're taking care of them and they're blaming you and stuff like that. So he just said, well, just step out of your box, be on the top of it, and then you will see how things will go around you. And it stuck with me and with everything that we've worked on Wednesday night, your evening, my morning, my Thursday morning. So I said, yeah. All of this is aligning. That's why I said it's God sent. So I want to be coached not to feel guilty if I don't help as the way I perceive it, not the way as people want.
Okay. So that's a great point, right? And I think you kind of recognize it already what you have to do. Okay, so because you already have the answers. Okay, so you said you no longer want to feel guilty. So
Yeah.
what are you in the past? Was that an issue? Or is this something new?
No, it was there. It was always there. Like I would be blamed if I don't step up to the plate, mostly by my parents. Like they would say, "Well, you're the eldest. You should have taken care of your younger siblings. Why
Mhm.
weren't you watching your little sister? How did she fell on the floor?" But I was like 2 years older. I'm a child too, I was a child too, stuff like this. So it stuck with me. Or maybe they would use, we're the parents, we know more that this is how you should be acting. And even when we sit, they give us one, when I was like growing up, we would sit and discuss, okay, tell us one day every 6 months or so, that we speak frankly what is bothering us from them, from their behavior. And I say, you keep blaming me for not fulfilling your part. You're the parent. You should be watching over us, not me. And then at the same time, they would give me good reaction, but in reality, they would get worse because I told my frank opinion. So I grew up with this guilt, like if I cannot meet their expectation, I'm not worthy of their love. I'm not worthy of being the eldest sister, or, you know, they always call me, you're the boss of this mafia. So that's what it is. I want to stop this guilt. I don't want to feel guilty. It's not my responsibility. Well, if X, Y, or Z got this disease, I didn't give it to them. It's their responsibility. It's their journey. I also have many diseases, but I take care of myself. I know when to do the checkups, when to do this, how to avoid all medicine and do the naturalistic way of solving my problem. I read about it, even though constantly working on my health. Yeah, that's the guilt. That's the most thing that is showing up into my mind. Guilt.
So I'm glad you said that. So going forward, will you put a plan in place, or do you have a plan in place so that when these guilt trips come, because it's going to come,
Yeah.
how are you going to overcome it?
First of all, I wrote on this board on Friday morning. I wrote this. This is my vision. Like me first, me 10, me number 100, me 1,000, and then the rest. It's like when God forbid, the plane crash, or the oxygen pressure drops. What do? You take the mask for you first, and then you help others, whether it's a little child or other passenger. So I said, okay, then my oxygen mask has to always analyze the situation. Is it my responsibility? Is it my problem first? I have to check. Is it my problem first? And then, is it my responsibility? Why do I have to do the 200%, my role, their role, and they would do zero? They are very passive in achieving and in solving the problems. Maybe it's my perception, but this is how it goes. You know? Like one day, my sister comes in and she says, my mother's glucose level is too high, and she has you. They said, okay, what do you want me to sew her mouth, not to eat? She is not following the regime that she has to. Although she takes the insulin and the injection and stuff, sometimes I give it to her, but she is not following the regime. Is it my fault? Or is it her fault? You know?
Yeah. So Manera, I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because like you said, family's always going to come at you. Okay. So
Yeah.
what would life look like for you? Okay. If you don't feel these guilt trips, what would your life look like? How would you
Oh,
perceive your life to look like?
it's gonna be so freeing, so freeing. I will feel like, oh my God, a mountain out of, like, taken off of my shoulder. You know, not to have that guilt. You know, that would be amazing. I will feel so much lighter, so much lighter, and that's what I
Okay.
intend to do. I want to feel lighter.
Okay. So
Not
that was gonna be my next question. What are you willing to commit to?
do my part to the best of my ability, and then leave the space for them to do the rest. That's it. Like, I can provide advice. I can provide whatever they need, support. I'll be there, of course, for them whenever they need it. But I'm not gonna jump into it and let them control how I behave according to what they want, to their agenda. That's how I feel.
And you made a great point, because sometimes I do believe some of the things we bring it upon ourselves, because we're so quick to want to, and that's the nurturing part of it, right? We're
Yeah.
so quick to want to, and let me help you, let me help you. And before
Yeah.
you know it, they make it part of, now it becomes your job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, so
Mm.
so I'm so glad you recognize that, and now that you have a plan, you know. So Olga is asking this question of you. Okay,
Okay.
let me just pull that up. Okay, so how can you direct them to solving their own problems?
I'm not gonna volunteer the answer for them. They have to
Okay,
ask me to initiate it. That's the first rule we learned at med school, that we don't help patients if they don't come to us. So now I'm gonna make it my life rule, not just my school rule, my career rule. No, my life rule. I will let them ask for help before I volunteer it, whether it's an advice or an action, whatever it is.
and I think that's a really great point, because one of the things that we learned is, um, we don't give people the answers or volunteer the answers. We kind of ask their permission, right? So
Yeah,
instead of just, because sometimes we want to give too much, and then we become the enabler.
yeah,
Okay, and it becomes it. I know they want to make they pull the guilt, just like in your case, they pull a guilt trip on you. To like,
yeah,
well, that's what you're supposed to be doing. No.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I really love that awareness. I thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great. So then again, here it is. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take one step at a time. And life is going to be messy, yes. Okay, but let's hold space for them, and you put yourself on the list as number one, number 100. It's all about you. So thank you for participating.
Yes. Okay, hold on. Do you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now, that's exactly what, the picture disappeared. Okay, that's fine. And that's what we do at our Ascend Your Path, Ascend to Purpose retreat, sorry. We are ascending everywhere. We don't talk about the transformation, right? We walk it, just like you walked it now, Moniara. We do it together in real time. And there is no one fix that fits them all, right? Everybody, just like the solution for every problem for every person is going to be different, the same here. That's why we are asking you questions. We are not giving you answers, because all of you will have different answers. And this is the environment where you stop pretending and you just open up with no guilt, with no expectations, just opening up. And right now, what we are going to do is the following. We are going to create an embodied roadmap, because remember, one of the steps of our Ascent method was embodying the change.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give you a few steps, 5 steps, for your anchoring. Okay? And it's very simple. Then you want to take it up? Explain?
Yep. I'm gonna say we're just gonna, like August said, it's a 5-part journaling practice. So you're doing a lot of writing today. Hope you don't get writing cramps. Okay, you're gonna embody your roadmap. And how are you gonna do that? And you could close your eyes before you even start. And just as you answer the questions, just take a breath and really think about it. Okay, so the first one is, one truth I can no longer unsee. And it's on there. One truth I can no longer unsee. just like Truman. When he saw what was real, can't go back. That's one question. And you don't have to just, whatever, when it comes to you, just write it. And the next one is one thing I'm done tolerating. And Munera touched on that. So I know that's a quick one for her. One support I'm calling in. So I don't do this alone. And this is what we talk about, having an accountability partner. Or maybe two.
Or a community.
Or a community, absolutely. Next, one way I will care for myself this week. One way I will care for myself this week. One bold step I will take towards the life I want. One bold step I will take towards the life I want. And I can see inside Queenie's brain, courage. I see the words courage.
And when you are done, I'm not rushing you, not at all. But when you are done, if something moved in you, even for a bit, and you want to name it, just drop it in the chat, because we want to witness that with you.
Can you repeat that again, Olga, please?
When you are thinking about these 5 steps or these 5 truths, and something inside of you is moving, you're like, oh, I have a different feeling, something, it's something exciting. I guess I get goosebumps or something. We want to witness that with you. We want to walk with you right now. So just drop it in the chat so we could actually witness that.
You just have an epiphany.
Yeah.
One truth I can no longer unsee. One thing I'm done tolerating. And you could just drop it in the chat for one of those. One support I'm calling in, so I don't have to do this alone. And Olga mentioned community. One way I will care for myself this week. Queenie's getting ready to run a marathon, so, let's see what she's going to be doing this week. One bold step I will take towards the life I want. One bold step I will take towards the life I want. Jay said, I'm not on the journey alone. I need to share the journey with Divine and trust the answers, the intuitive thoughts I receive. Love it. Munera says, I'm calm, not angry. Nice. Queenie says, I learned that our existence is not to live up to anyone's expectations, even if it's our own parents, children, etc. All my life, I lived with the same guilt, Munera, from my mom, very high expectations of me, and to be the perfect child. But I had to stop and learn at age 45. I had been free for 8 years now. That's a huge decision. I was listening to something, and we're all here for a purpose, right? So if we continue to live up to everyone else's purpose, we're not fulfilling our divine purpose, what God brought us here to be. And it's all different. It's all unique. Queenie gonna touch hearts that I can't touch. Carried Out is gonna touch hearts I can't touch. Same thing with Munera and Jay and Judy, Olga. It's why are we here? I just love that question because it really brings us back. One way I will take care of me this week is to get a massage. Oh, that sounds like a great plan. Judy said one truth, no canela, God's oxygen. What canela? I don't know what that means, Judy. One truth, no canela. I guess that's a saying I don't recognize. Okay, so
No, nasal cannula. I'm sorry. I'm not spelling it
okay,
correctly.
it's
It's
a
not
typo.
nasal cannula. It's what they use for oxygen, extra oxygen, and I have to
Oh,
use that.
okay,
Continuous.
okay, well,
And my
awesome.
goal is to not to be like everyone else. Y'all don't use nasal cannula uh, to breathe.
Okay,
Additional,
I get it now. I didn't know that's
oh,
what it's called.
yes, it's called nasal cannula.
Okay,
Sorry.
fantastic.
Okay.
Okay,
The connection. It's the internet.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Olga.
But that's sorry, that's the internet, so it's not loading. I hope some other stuff is going to load. But this is the deep stuff that, again, that happens at Ascend Your Purpose. Imagine the same moments that you're going through right now, but stretch over a full week in Costa Rica, where you don't have to cook, you don't have to make up your bed, you don't have to rush, you don't have to clean. There are no kids or parents or friends or anybody else asking for your help. It's just you, your community, and nature. That's it. And you focus on you. You don't have a choice.
And I love the fact that you said nature, because I do believe in nature we get to access clarity. And it's nothing like realizing that the trees or the grass is not straining to grow. It just grows. And everything go for it. We talked about what's the transcending, right? Okay, we all go for it. We don't, when you see the trees, they're not saying, I'm not going to grow. They're going to grow. I have some plants by the window, and what happens is you shift the plant, and next thing you know, in a couple of days, the stems or the branches shift right back to the light, and it's because it want to pull that energy, so it's like everything just goes towards the light, and it just flourish, so I'm so excited about. I just have to say I'm excited about the retreat. So to those of you who are coming to the retreat, the program it's not going to be filled with 9 to 5, like our last one. Our last one, people didn't want to leave, but this one is going to be very much more immersive, where you're going to have time to really, really immerse in that nature and really spend time with self. Go down to the river. There's a beautiful river that runs through the property. And some of the rooms you can see the river, but from all of the cabins you can hear the river. And it's so peaceful. And when it rains at night, that tin roof, oh my God, for those of you who are from the Caribbean, I don't know if they have that in the Philippines, Queenie, but that tin roof, it's like music to your ear. It puts you off to sleep. So I'm really excited about what's going to happen in Costa Rica. And as they say, what happens in Costa Rica stays. And you can finish that. Stays in Costa Rica.
Or stays with you forever,
Yeah,
sticks to you forever.
all right. So now
Okay.
this is not just a vacation, just a pamper, because you can get pampered. Each cabin is there's it's not massage rooms for the spa. It's cabins. Okay, so each when you're in a cabin getting your massage, you're in a cabin by yourself with your masseuse. And all of the massage cabins is uh, is is built along the river, so you can look out and it's glass. So all you can see the river, you can hear the river. So that's
And
so
birds, right? There are
and the
lots of
birds,
greenery
yes.
and other birds there.
Okay, but going back to the work you're going to be doing, it's not going to be a vacation just about pampering. It's we call it luxury in nature. It's going to be healing, very healing. It's a place where you will finally hear yourself again. No pressure to perform, just support, clarity, nature, and a space to remember who you are and become who you're meant to be.
Okay.
Could I say my expectation?
Yes.
Sure.
I have this expectation. I don't know if the word expectation is the right word, but I think I have this vision. It's probably a vision that I keep seeing when thinking about Costa Rica. I wasn't even thinking I'm gonna be going in there. Just the idea of it is already a miracle. Um, you touch about plants, Diane, and I have this thing that sometimes the plants they look like dead on the outside. There's no, it's like just branch. There's no one single leaf, and just standing in there, it's look like those plants on the winter time. It look like all the plants look like dead.
Mm-hmm.
But underneath those plants, there's these roots that are very strong. It's not dead. It's there inside. And some plants are like that, of all season, not only winter. Like you look at them, it's like it looks like dead, and nothing is going on, nothing is happening. And the way I see how I don't know why I keep seeing it like that. I think it kind of like translating to me, like it looks like nothing is happening for the last 4 years to me. But I know it's not true because the root has been growing inside me. I've learned so much in the last 4 years, and it's like keeps growing and growing the roots every time I show up in the morning call or here, or just meeting with some of our friends, have a deep engaging conversation. It could be anything, any experiences. The roots keeps growing and growing and growing, and there's always like this new insight, new discoveries, new learning from deep within, and not only that, learning from the what the divine source love language message and all this kind of stuff. So it's like that. I think going to Costa Rica, perhaps because it's immersive, maybe one leaf is going to start to come out, like that would be me, like the leaf, and then until, like you said, just only have to see one leaf or one light, and then go from there, something like that. That's kind of like my my vision or expectation that I will be going to experience. It's kind of like my inner knowing. Why I know that's how I feel.
And I'm glad you said that, Queenie, because we have to, as they always say, as expected. So if we go with that mentality as expected, we're gonna get what we expect. So yes, I know, I don't know about Olga. I'm going, and we're gonna allow space for everyone to inhale, exhale, and for them to really immerse themselves. But I don't want to sound selfish because I'm also going for me.
Mhm.
I'm going for me because I do believe I need this too. This is a whole 12, 13 months in the planning. And it's saying, I need this too. So I will ask everyone to hold space for me as we hold space for you. I'm sorry. I don't know why that got me choked up, but I'm so excited about going. I can't wait. I'm really excited. And it's the place to be. It's what's calling me. We're gonna talk about this at the retreat. That this here is a miracle. Everything we did from the start was it was just God's timing, and oh God, we keep saying we don't even know how we funded this, but God just keep opening a way, and it's because we need this. So I'm sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah. Take a sip of water. I am going to be holding space for you. And you're going to be holding the space for me as well because I need that healing. Lots happened in the last 2 years, and I need lots of space for healing emotionally and in all other dimensions as well. So before we wrap, let's slow things down. And I'm going to walk you through another meditation, our last meditation together for today. And then we will meet in Costa Rica, hopefully, for more and more. But today, I would like to walk you through a meditation where you embody the version of you that you want to see. You want to see that one leaf, right, Queenie? You want to see that one light because the root is already there. The life is there, but you want to see that and feel it. So let's get comfortable. Get comfortable in your chairs, or if you are standing, get comfortable. Let your feet land flat. Don't cross them. The same for your hands. And let's take it one step further. Let's put our right hand on the heart and the other one on the belly. Or the opposite. I don't know how whatever works for you.
Where we put the other one?
On the belly. One on the heart, one on the belly.
Oh, okay.
And close your eyes and take a slow breath in through your nose. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and let it out through your mouth. And let's do it again, but slower this time. So in through your nose. Hold, 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 hold. And then out through your mouth. Let your shoulders drop. Relax your entire body. And now imagine you are not in the space where you are at the moment, physical space. Instead, you are somewhere you feel at ease. Maybe barefoot on the beach. Maybe just walking somewhere on your street. Or maybe you're even in Costa Rica. Maybe under the open sky and you see the stars. It's quiet. You feel safe. And you feel you. Now someone is walking toward you. And it's not a stranger. It's you. Just a little more honest. A little more spacious. The version of you that has stopped trying to be what everyone else needs. She moves with ease. She's not rushing. She is not explaining. She is not checking who is okay with her decisions. She fully trusts herself. She rests when she needs to. She speaks up. And not to fight, but actually to honor what matters to her. Now she's going to hug you, and you're going to let her into your body. Her is you now. Feel your own posture shift. How would she sit here? How would she breathe? How would she look at you in the mirror? What has she let go of? What has she stopped apologizing for? And what has she finally said yes to? Let that version of you land in your spine, your breath, your bones, and let your body remember her, because she's not a dream. She is already here. Stay with her for a bit more, just to feel her more, just to embody her more. And then take one more breath. Very slow this time, very, very slow. In and out. When you are ready, slowly, slowly, slowly open your eyes.
How was that? So I'm going to ask you to, you can raise your hand and say how you feel, or you could drop a word in the chat to describe what's different now. How was that experience?
I feel so good. It's so peaceful.
Mm-hmm. And Monera dropped it in the chat just as you said it, Queenie.
Synchronicity. um, I look very different. I don't know. I've never seen myself look like that. It's so weird how it's so detailed how I saw even the clothes that I was wearing. It's a clothes I never even thought I would wear. But I don't know. I showed up in that outfit, and the confidence and the smile. It's a different kind of smile. Like, I'm smiling right now because I'm happy, but that one is a smile of like, it's like I've arrived, that kind of a smile. It's like really like I could touch it, I could feel it, I could smell it, every part of my senses. It's like I got transported. I could literally see very vivid, and I just believe that that miracle is here already.
Claim it. Claim it. Claim
Yeah,
it.
I'm claiming it.
It's there for you.
I felt it in my entire body, my all my senses, and how I vividly clear it, saw it. Even my hair was like so long and it's flowing in lioness cut. It's so detailed, and the dress I was wearing is like those like an Indian dress, like a scarf,
Mhm.
but it's long all the way touching the toes, just one is straight like that, and with the design here, like rectangular design here, purple blue and a little bit of like a brown, like it's so detailed, all the design of the clothes, and it's flowing like my hair flowing. and I was standing tall, like with confidence. That's what I saw. Like I was just, it's a different me. And my hair is, I don't know, I don't color my hair, but in the vision my hair is so black.
And by the way, the color of your clothes, that scarf, it's high vibration color,
Yes,
purple and blue.
it's purple and blue with a little bit of like a,
Maybe gold.
it's kind of like a mocha brown cream color, like to blend the purple blue color, and it's like that, and then like those Indian style, like it's so beautiful, and it's silk. It's I don't even know how it's like, because it's the texture is so shiny, and I could feel it, like it's like shiny, and it's like every detail, and I was like, wow, how it shows up like that. I didn't make it up. It's just like a flash. It's just like
But I bought a couple of those from Morocco, Queenie. I'll make sure and bring them with me.
Yes. Oh, yes, I could manifest. I could borrow.
I know Carrie have hers too. You know, so that's really exciting. So I know we kind of running short on time, so we just going and we make over a few minutes. Just allow us some grace. So what else we go to next, Olga? This is like so.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you what's possible. And this is if it's going to load, of course. If it's going to load, no, it's not loading. But that was a testimonial by
Is it Christmas?
Kathleen.
Kathleen. Okay.
No, that's Kathleen. Oh. What do you see right now on the screen?
It's Kathleen, yes. You could press play.
Yes?
Yeah. Is there other music in the background?
Yeah,
I think you.
I have so many screens. I have to 1 second find that one. And I will turn it down. Here.
It's not loading. Okay.
It's not?
It's playing.
Last July, I had the opportunity to attend a Retreat to Rebirth weekend, and it was absolutely amazing. It was a great time to reflect and release what was no longer needed and to bring in what is new and deserving. It was a great combination of relaxation, self-reflection, and just a chance to just give yourself an opportunity to set intentions and create the life that's worth living. I hope you attend, as you will definitely gain some great insights about yourself and others and be able to bring your life forward in a more positive way.
Yeah, and then it is called Retreat to Rebirth because that was our original name until somebody told us that it kind of sends the wrong message.
They took it literally, like giving birth.
Yes.
So we go through the shifts, right? And that's life, right? We go through the shifts and we pivot and we do what we have to do to make it right. Yes. So we talked about Costa Rica. It's September the 21st to the 28th, Verdesana. And can you kind of experience you being in a semi-private cabin or you have your own private cabin perched on the hill above the rainforest. You step onto the balcony in the morning, barefoot, quiet, and in the mist is rising over the treetops. You can hear the birds. You can truly feel yourself. No calendar, no emails, no one asking you for anything. Your meals are prepared with love, and you don't even have to clear the dishes. All week long, you're held in a container, but you don't have to explain, fix, or hustle. You just get to be. Whew, I'm there.
And just like Diane mentioned before, we are not going to be doing workshops all day. It's going to be very immersive. We are going to do the breath work because Jennifer is going to be there and she's certified in 9D breath work. So she's going to bring all the headphones and everything for us to experience that. We are going to do some artwork that opens the subconscious. And when I say art, it doesn't mean coloring inside the lines or color by the number or anything like that. And you don't have to be an artist at all. We are actually going to be accessing the parts of your subconscious that you didn't even know were guiding your life. And what I'm talking about is neurographics. Can you see here?
Yep.
And that's a tree of life. Maybe we'll create something like that, maybe something else. We'll see. I will decide what to do later. But over here, basically, what you have is all your resources, known and unknown. Whatever you have in your life right now. On top, you have all the results you want to achieve. Again, it can be known results or unknown results. And then in the middle, of course, you have actions. And you go now from the roots, which is your resources, through the actions to your results. And of course, you ask for divine intervention. Of course, you ask for many, many things. Then you are drawing that. And I will explain all the mechanics and everything that goes behind that in the retreat, of course, right? So it's going to be very, very nice. And you
Yes,
don't have to be an artist. Let me again elaborate on that. You don't.
that is so cool. So I'm excited about that exercise to really show, because what I've learned is whatever's on the inside comes out in the art. You project it. So we have our guest facilitator, Johnny Kemp, who was directly trained by Dr. Joe Dispenza. So here's a little message from her of what to expect.
Hi, I am so thrilled to be here with you today. My name is Johnny Kemp, and I have spent most of my career in healthcare as a home infusion pharmacist for a large hospital system and as a clinical consultant for a Fortune 5 company. During those years, I learned so many of the diseases are either directly or indirectly related to stress. How we think plays such a big role in how we respond to the stressors in our environment, as well as our own internal stress. I discovered that your body is the greatest pharmacy in the world. I became fascinated with epigenetics and how we can actually upregulate our genes for health. And then this led me to discovering the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. Dr. Joe is a leading researcher in the field of neuroscience and the mind-body connection. He's an international lecturer and New York Times bestseller of several books, including Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself and You Are the Placebo. I'm honored that I have been personally trained and now certified by Dr. Joe to be one of his NeuroChange Solutions consultants. I teach a workshop called Change Your Mind, Create New Results. The future is inside. And indeed, it is inside because, as we said, it all starts with our thoughts. Your personality is made up of how you think, how you act, and how you feel. That's your state of being. And so your personality is affecting your personal reality, your life. So if you want your life to change, then you have to change. So many people say they want to change, but truly they don't know how. But we have the formula, and we are going to walk you through that process. You're going to learn how to be greater than your environment, greater than your body, and greater than time. We're going to show you how to make these changes so you don't stay stuck in your past experiences, in the same old habits and subconscious programs. And I am thrilled that I am going to be going to Costa Rica to Diane and Olga's Ascend Your Purpose retreat. And there, as Dr. Joe says, where those limiting beliefs make you stay inside your comfort zone, where that familiar past then becomes your predictable future. We're actually going to show you how to tap in to that generous present moment, the place where all possibilities exist. You are going to learn that you are greater than you think. You are more powerful than you know. You are more unlimited than you could ever dream. I hope to see you there. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Who's excited?
Oh, yes.
I am excited because this isn't all about theory, right? It's about you giving your nervous system a new experience, one where healing, expansion, and new possibilities can become your new normal. And it's not about fixing yourself, it's about remembering the part of you that you have been buried, that have been buried under years of expectations, roles, and noise. This is a space where your nervous system finally exhales, where you stop performing, where you hear your own voice again. And, and here's what's beautiful: the change doesn't happen from doing more, it happens because you're immersed, you're present, unplugged from the world, plugged back into yourself. And as Johnny says, the answers are within.
Yes, and if something in you is whispering, I need that, we just invite you for a conversation, nothing else. You can scan this QR code, it will bring you to our calendar just to talk about the retreat, to see if it's a fit for you, to see if it's a fit for us, and then you will go from there.
And my answer is yes. This luxury retreat is not just for pampering or getting massages and relaxing in a jacuzzi. It is for healing, healing your soul. It is for uncovering your true self. You've done so much for everyone else. This, this retreat is for you. Not to escape from life, but to return to it with clarity, energy, and a version of you that feels honest. So if your body said yes, even just a tiny little bit, like Olga would say, even if it's a tiny little bit, that's your truth calling you. Let it lead you somewhere softer, deeper, more alive. Let's see another testimonial.
Participating in the retreat to rebirth was a transformative experience for me. The unique combination of art workshops and mindset sessions opened up new dimensions in my creativity and offered me a renewed outlook on life. The day outing was particularly memorable, providing a wonderful opportunity to connect with fellow attendees. I highly recommend this retreat to anyone seeking meaningful personal growth.
Yes. So this is exciting, and I'm thrilled to really see you there. So before we say goodbye, Olga, no, before we say goodbye, let's hear from each. We can go back and put the QR code in there, or they can text in the chat. If you say yes, I'll reach you. That's not a big deal. There's not too many of us here. I don't think
Yeah.
it's that difficult. So you can just type yes in the chat, and I'll reach out to you. So, okay, if you could stop sharing for a minute and let's get a little bit of feedback on how is everyone feeling now before we close out? Because
This is definitely not the end. It's just the ignition point for you, right? You reignited something real, something very, very powerful. Wherever it was a spark, wherever it was that one leaf, wherever it was something. And now you get to carry that spark forward in your home, in your work, with your friends, with your family, in your relationship, in your soul. That's the most important thing, in your soul.
That's right.
Jay
So
wants to
Jay,
share something.
yeah. So can you stop sharing for a second so
Yes,
we can see the
definitely.
full
Yes.
screens? Sorry. Awesome. Go ahead, Jay.
So I just wanted to express how well today's session went. I thought this was an exceptional session for us for reflection and for thinking about ourselves and how we would like to live the rest of our lives. And I just can't wait to see y'all in Costa Rica.
We're so
Yes.
excited to have you, Jay. So about this session, okay, so and we're just gonna say we probably might pull a few clips from this, okay? So if anyone could, share what what did this session do for you? If you've been to the webinar, you came to the session, the workshop, just share with us real quick, what did what did the Reignite workshop do for you? How did it make you feel?
Just drop one word in the chat. What are you carrying forward from this workshop? Just one word. The first word that comes to mind.
Need,
Serenity.
Serenity.
need,
What did you say, Judy?
need. I
Need.
didn't think I need this workshop, but I do.
Ah, okay. Well,
Nice.
we don't like the word need so much. We want to be able to say, you appreciate the workshop.
I appreciate the workshop. Yes.
Yes.
Thank
Okay. Queenie
Costa
said miracle. Awesome.
And Costa Rica, she said. Yes, Queenie, we
you.
will
Yeah.
see you in Costa Rica.
That's right. Who else
And
wants
we
to
are
share?
very, what did we have? Did we have anything else? No, okay. Now we are
Okay.
very honored to walk this path with you. And wherever we meet again in Costa Rica, or you just join our community on Facebook or Instagram, but in some unexpected ways down the line, know this. And this is what matters, right? Because you matter. Your soul is screaming, your body is feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
You are not late or behind. There is always divine timing for everything. And this journey that you started here in our webinar and workshop, it's just the beginning. It lit something up in you. And now it's up to you to actually continue growing that feeling.
Okay. Okay. So before we just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for you. Thank you for being honest, even when it was hard. And you'll get the recording, and we're excited. And I know it's with 12:12. Look at the time, 12:12. Okay. So
Divine
any
timing.
final words before we close out?
We would love to hear your
Yeah.
testimonials actually, because, for social proof, we would love to have these testimonials so we could actually put them on our website or somewhere else. And again, no pressure. We are going to edit that later, but please, please, please,
Yeah, do
whatever you
share.
want to say.
I would like to say uh, thank you, Diane and Olga. I'm going to put the idea of the vision and the dream of going to Costa Rica out in the ether for myself, because I had no thoughts of, well, I didn't know about it, but I had no thoughts of going. But now I'm going to put it out in the ether, and whatever God has for me, I want to be there with y'all. So, God willing, a way will be shown. I'm not sure how it's going to happen, but I don't have to know how it's going to happen. I thank you, and I'm going to, because I would love to go. I would love to be there with y'all. So I thank you for that vision and that dream. And I'm going to say I want to be in Costa Rica. It is God's will. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Judy. We would
Judy.
love to have
And
you there.
yes, it's really exciting. And now, and to see now as we're getting closer, we're getting a whole lot more yeses. And Carrie, that just put in the chat. See you in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
That's a great decision, Carrie. Great decision.
And Manira, if you're willing,
You know.
just go for it.
Yes, yes, I am. I'm doing my investigations about how long the trip takes, and about the visa and stuff like that. I'm preparing in silence.
If you need anything from us, just let us know, right? We are going to.
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah. So I just want to thank you so much, both of you, because it comes from your heart. It touches our hearts. And God's timing works in a very mysterious way. I cannot be more grateful. I cannot be more expressive of how thankful I am for all the things, whether from the webinar, which was full of information and over delivering, to the workshop, which was very generous. And the thing that you made it in sequence within less than 10 days, that kept us in the loop. To make the change, even small behavioral changes, this will last. And I know it, I feel it in my heart. So I'm so grateful. And I hope I'll see you in Costa Rica.
Yes.
Thank you, Manera.
Love you both. Thank you. Love all this community.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And this is what we ask of divine. So this is you have no idea how this touches my soul. Because this is the dream, is to be able to touch one. You could only touch one at a time, to touch one soul at a time. So this is the purpose. And now I'm seeing it even clearer. And I can't even explain. It's really mind blowing. But I have to I have to run. So we can't stay on too much longer. So Olga,
Yes.
last final word, and then until we meet again, our next webinar.